Welcome back to our channel World of Coins, the place where we uncover hidden treasures in your coin collection. Have you ever wondered if that old coins could be worth thousands or even millions? Well, today's your lucky day. We're diving into some of the rarest and most valuable US coins that might be sitting right under your nose. Let's jump in and see if you've got a fortune waiting to be discovered. Top 1. The story of the United States of America gold dollar featuring Sacagawea is one of history, artistry, and fascinating numismatic legacy. When the 2010 edition of this coin was released, collectors already knew they were dealing with a series that carried deep historical meaning and tremendous appeal. Sacagawea, the Shoshone woman who bravely guided the Lewis and Clark expedition, continues to be immortalized on this golden coin, shining with the spirit of discovery and resilience. The 2010 Sacagawea Dollar was part of the Native American $1 coin program, a series that honored Native American contributions to the development and history of the United States. Each year introduced a new reverse design, while Sacagawea's dignified portrait remained on the obverse. This continuity combined with ever-changing artwork made every annual release both familiar and fresh, a perfect formula for collectors who enjoy variety within tradition. On the obverse, the coin carries the timeless image of Sacagawea, designed by Glenna Goodacker. She is shown in a graceful three-quarter profile, carrying her infant son, Jean-Baptiste, on her back. This image powerfully symbolizes family, heritage, and the essential role of women in history. Her steady gaze and serene expression give the coin an aura of strength and endurance. The reverse of the 2010 coin is particularly captivating. That year's design highlighted the significance of the Great Tree of Peace and the contributions of Native Americans to American democracy. This design reflects the Iroquois Confederacy and its influence on the formation of American government. For collectors, this meaningful imagery elevates the coin far beyond its monetary value. It becomes a story etched in metal, minted in brilliant golden color. The Sacagawea Dollar stands out visually. While the coin is not actually struck from solid gold, its golden alloy gives it a distinct luster that sets it apart from the common copper and nickel coins of circulation. In hand, the coin has a warmth and brightness that makes it immediately special. The year 2010 marked a point where public awareness of the series grew stronger. With each new reverse design, collectors were increasingly eager to secure pristine examples from the Philadelphia and Denver mints, along with special proofs from the San Francisco mint. These coins were struck with care and attention to detail, making the highest-grade examples highly desirable. Collectors know that condition plays a huge role in determining a coin's value. A 2010 Sacagawea Dollar in worn, circulated condition might only trade hands for its face value. But when you discover one in mint state, especially with brilliant luster and sharp details, the value climbs dramatically. Grading agencies like PCGS and NGC have authenticated and encapsulated some examples in superb grades, and those are the ones that command attention in auctions. The 2010 dollar also benefits from being part of a limited series. While millions were minted, finding flawless specimens is far rarer than one might assume. Small imperfections, contact marks, or dull luster can reduce the grade significantly. That's why pristine examples often become the crown jewels of coin collections. Adding to the excitement is the allure of error coins. Throughout minting history, occasional mistakes slip through the presses, resulting in varieties that collectors eagerly pursue. With the Sacagawea series, wrong planchets, double strikes, and off-center minting are among the most fascinating errors. A 2010 error coin can be worth many times more than a normal piece. Another reason the 2010 Sacagawea Dollar holds great appeal is its cultural and educational value. This coin connects collectors not just to American numismatics, but also to Native American heritage. The artistry on the reverse serves as a miniature history lesson, reminding us of the deep roots that shaped the American democratic experiment. For coin hunters, the thrill often comes in searching through rolls or sets in hopes of finding a gem. Sometimes these coins emerge from bank vaults or family collections, tucked away for years, waiting to be rediscovered. The chance of stumbling upon a flawless 2010 Sacagawea Dollar is part of the excitement that keeps collectors engaged. Auction houses have seen strong results when pristine examples of these coins come to market. Bidders recognize that top-graded coins don't appear often, and competition can drive prices upward. When multiple collectors chase the same piece, the final hammer price can be astonishing. Collectors also prize the coin for its artistry. The blend of modern minting technology with historical subject matter makes it a standout. The golden shine, the sharpness of the strike, and the symbolic imagery all contribute to the coin's enduring beauty. The coin's diameter, weight, and composition are carefully standardized, making it a pleasure for numismatists to study. Each detail, from the lettering to the feathers and garments depicted, is a testament to the precision of the U.S. Mint. Many collectors view the Sacagawea series as an affordable entry point into collecting, but they also recognize that rare, high-grade examples from certain years can transform into major treasures. The 2010 edition sits firmly within that realm of desirable modern coins. It's important to note that even though these coins are fairly recent, their value has already grown remarkably in special cases. This growth is a reminder that modern issues can become tomorrow's classics when preserved in top condition. Stories circulate among collectors about lucky finds, people discovering a 2010 Sacagawea dollar in change or tucked away in a mint set, only to learn later that it carried far more value than expected. These tales inspire new enthusiasts to pay closer attention to their pocket change. What sets this coin apart is not just its design or scarcity in pristine condition, but its connection to a broader historical narrative. Sacagawea's contribution to exploration and the Native American influence on democracy make it more than just a dollar. It's a piece of living history. Collectors often speak of the emotional attachment they feel when holding a coin like this. It's not only about the metal and the grade, but about the sense of connection to the past. Each 2010 Sacagawea dollar becomes a bridge between generations. The market for modern commemorative and circulating coins has been steadily expanding. With growing awareness through online auctions and collector forums, demand continues to strengthen. That demand directly impacts the value of rare high-grade examples. When examining a 2010 Sacagawea dollar, experts recommend checking for strong luster, clean fields, and sharp strike details. These are the hallmarks of a coin that might earn a top grade and potentially sell for impressive sums. In fact, some coins from this very year have surprised experts with record-breaking prices. While most examples remain modest in value, a perfect specimen in the right circumstances can bring a jaw-dropping result at auction. This possibility fuels the excitement for collectors who specialize in modern U.S. dollars. The 2010 coin is a key highlight within that area of numismatics, admired both for its design and its financial potential. As the years pass, coins like this only become more desirable. Their availability in untouched condition decreases, while their significance in history grows stronger. This balance of rarity and relevance makes them long-term treasures. For new collectors, the 2010 Sacagawea dollar serves as a perfect example of why coin collecting is so rewarding. It combines artistry, history, and the thrill of discovery in a single golden piece. Seasoned numismatists, meanwhile, view it as a must-have within the broader collection of U.S. dollars. Its design, symbolism, and occasional rarity elevate it far above ordinary modern coinage. Every detail on the coin, from the placement of the lettering to the smooth golden surface, is worth admiring. Holding it is like holding a small piece of American heritage in your palm. Even today, stories emerge of collectors cashing in big on their Sacagawea dollars when the right buyer and the right condition align. Those moments prove that treasures still exist in modern coinage, and so, the 2010 Sacagawea gold dollar stands as a shining example of how history, design, and rarity come together to create value. Beyond its role as currency, it is a golden symbol of discovery, democracy, and beauty, one that, in the finest condition, can reach the incredible price of $75,000. Top 2. The story of American coinage is never just about metal, minting, or numbers. It is about history, leadership, and the legacy of great figures whose faces and names continue to inspire generations. Among these treasures lies the stunning United States of America gold dollar that proudly honors James Madison, the nation's fourth president, who served from 1809 to 1817. When collectors first encounter this coin, they are struck not only by its golden shine but by the profound symbolism it carries. James Madison was a central figure in the drafting of the U.S. Constitution, often referred to as the "Father of the Constitution," and his presidency bridged critical years of American growth. Capturing his image on a gold dollar forever ties his contributions to the story of American currency. the design of this coin is elegant and commanding. On the obverse, Madison's portrait is finely engraved, showcasing his dignified profile and determined expression. Around the portrait, his name and years of presidency, 1809 to 1817, are clearly inscribed, ensuring that his era of leadership remains etched in history. The reverse of the coin carries the striking image of the Statue of Liberty, symbolizing freedom and opportunity. Her raised torch and flowing robes evoke the spirit of hope and light that America continues to represent around the world. Combined with the presidential portrait, the coin balances leadership and liberty in one gleaming token. Unlike many common circulation coins, the James Madison dollar was struck with both collectors and history enthusiasts in mind. The gold finish, the sharpness of the detail, and the limited production make it a piece that stands out in any collection. Even when viewed under magnification, the fine craftsmanship of the engravings reveals an artistry worthy of admiration. The release of the Madison coin in the presidential $1 coin program was a moment of pride for collectors. This program aimed to honor each U.S. president in sequence, creating a series of coins that doubled as history lessons. Madison's coin became a highlight not only for his contributions to democracy but also for the bold beauty of its golden appearance. Collectors who study this coin know that its value depends heavily on condition. A coin that has circulated and shows signs of wear might hold modest value, but an uncirculated, pristine example gleams with extraordinary worth. Mint state and proof editions are particularly prized, especially when certified by leading grading services. The grading of such coins is a delicate process. Experts examine luster, strike, and surface preservation, awarding high marks only to those that appear virtually flawless. For the Madison Gold Dollar, achieving a top grade means entering the rarefied air of numismatic treasure. What makes the Madison coin especially thrilling is its place in the broader timeline of U.S. presidents. He was a leader during the War of 1812, a time of immense challenge and resilience for the young nation. Owning a coin bearing his likeness is like holding a miniature monument to courage and perseverance. Another aspect that heightens its appeal is rarity. While many presidential dollars were struck, examples in perfect golden condition, untouched by circulation, are far less common. Time has proven that collectors covet the finest, and scarcity always drives demand higher. Auction results have repeatedly shown that coins like this command attention. When a superb Madison Gold Dollar appears at a major auction, bidders know they are vying for a piece of American history in its most tangible form. Competition can be fierce, and prices often rise far beyond expectation. The coin also resonates beyond numismatics. For historians, it is a reminder of Madison's critical role in shaping democracy. For educators, it is a teaching tool, a gleaming gateway to conversations about the Constitution, presidential leadership, and America's formative years. In hand, the Madison Gold Dollar has a striking presence. Its warm glow, balanced weight, and detailed artistry make it more than just a collectible. It becomes a keepsake of national pride. It feels less like money and more like a relic of heritage. Collectors often marvel at how modern minting techniques combine with classical design elements. The sharp edges, polished surfaces, and crisp details give the Madison dollar a refinement that sets it apart from everyday coinage. The stories that surround these coins only add to their magic. Some collectors recall discovering them in mint sets, others found them tucked away in family holdings, waiting to be appreciated. The joy of uncovering such a treasure is indescribable. Errors and varieties in presidential dollars also spark great excitement. Off-center strikes, doubled lettering, or other rare mistakes make certain Madison coins even more desirable. These anomalies become one-of-a-kind treasures, elevating the coin's rarity to new heights. Collectors worldwide admire the Madison coin not only for its rarity but for its role in the larger presidential series. It completes a timeline of leadership, standing as a golden marker of America's journey through history. Every line on Madison's portrait tells a story. His calm yet determined expression reflects the resolve of a man who guided a young nation through trials and triumphs. This depth of symbolism makes the coin more than currency, it becomes art. Over time, coins like this gain not only monetary value but also sentimental worth. Families pass them down as heirlooms, connecting generations to both their heritage and the nation's legacy. Numismatists often remind us that condition is everything, but with the Madison Gold Dollar, history is equally important. The story it tells elevates it beyond just metal and minting. It is a chapter of the American experiment preserved in golden form. As the years pass, fewer untouched examples remain in perfect condition. This natural reduction in availability ensures that high-grade coins grow rarer with each passing decade, driving values upward. For collectors who specialize in presidential dollars, the Madison coin is a crown jewel. It represents leadership, endurance, and vision, embodied in a single golden piece. Many describe the thrill of holding this coin as holding a piece of living history. It is as if the essence of Madison's presidency has been captured and preserved forever in shimmering metal. Markets continue to reward coins of such rarity and quality. With every high-profile sale, the Madison gold dollar solidifies its reputation as a cornerstone of American numismatic collections. Even beyond the financial worth, the coin's cultural and symbolic weight cannot be overstated. It is a tribute to a president, a nation, and the enduring values of democracy and freedom. Collectors and enthusiasts alike agree that the Madison dollar remains one of the most captivating issues in the presidential series. Its beauty, symbolism, and scarcity ensure it will remain highly sought after for generations. The legacy of James Madison lives on not only in books and monuments but in this shining coin that bears his likeness. It is a reminder of vision, resilience, and leadership, and so, the United States of America gold dollar honoring James Madison, president from 1809 to 1817, stands as a testament to history, artistry, and rarity. In its finest and most perfect condition, this golden treasure can reach the staggering value of $375,000. Top 3. When we think of coins that changed the way collectors look at modern currency, the Sacagawea Gold Dollar of the year 2000 immediately comes to mind. It wasn't just another coin, it was a bold new chapter in American coinage, a piece that gleamed with golden brilliance and carried a story of history, exploration, and heritage. The release of the Sacagawea Dollar in 2000 created a wave of excitement across the country. For decades, Americans had seen dollar coins come and go, but this one was different. Its warm golden tone, unique design, and cultural significance made it stand out from anything that had circulated before. At the center of its design is Sacagawea, the legendary Shoshone woman who guided Lewis and Clark on their famous expedition. She is portrayed with her infant son, Jean-Baptiste, cradled on her back, a design created by artist Glenn Goodacre. The expression on her face is calm, determined, and filled with quiet strength, embodying courage and leadership. The reverse of the 2000 coin carried a bold image of a soaring eagle, wings spread wide, representing freedom, vision, and the boundless skies of America. This striking design by Thomas D. Rogers Sr. added both motion and symbolism, making the coin not only a monetary piece but also a miniature work of art. Collectors immediately took notice of the new dollar. Its golden hue came not from pure gold but from a manganese brass alloy that gave it a beautiful, radiant color unlike any other circulating coin. Holding it in hand felt different, modern yet timeless, light yet meaningful. The launch of the coin was heavily promoted. Ads, posters, and even partnerships with retailers encouraged people to use the new dollar in everyday transactions. Yet despite the campaign, many of the coins quickly found their way into collections rather than pockets, as collectors instantly recognized their long-term potential. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 2000 Sacagawea Dollar is the variety of minting errors and rare additions that emerged. These included off-center strikes, missing edge lettering, and even wrong planchet errors. Each mistake became a treasure, raising the coin's desirability in the eyes of numismatists. Among the most famous of these rarities are the so-called Cheerios Dollars. In a unique promotion, the U.S. Mint partnered with General Mills to place special 2000 Sacagawea Dollars inside Cheerios cereal boxes. These coins featured a prototype reverse with enhanced eagle tail feathers, making them far rarer than regular issues. Today, they are considered legends in modern coin collecting. The Sacagawea Dollar also holds importance as the beginning of the Native American $1 coin program, which would later honor Native American achievements and contributions through changing reverse designs. The year 2000 issue marked the very first chapter in this ongoing story. The coin's composition and appearance made it easy to distinguish from other dollar coins. Its golden surface shone with a brightness that captured the eye, and even casual finders felt compelled to set it aside as something special. Over the years, collectors have learned that condition makes all the difference. A 2000 Sacagawea dollar that has been heavily circulated is worth little more than face value. But in pristine mint state condition, with perfect luster and no blemishes, the value increases dramatically. Professional grading services such as NGC and PCGS have examined countless examples of this coin, but only a small fraction achieve the highest grades. These top-tier coins are the ones that make headlines and command extraordinary prices at auctions. The coin's artistry also ensures it remains timeless. Sacagawea's soft gaze over her shoulder, her infant child nestled peacefully, and the eagle's powerful flight all create a sense of story that resonates with every collector. Beyond its design and rarity, the Sacagawea Dollar of 2000 holds cultural weight. It is one of the few U.S. coins to prominently feature a Native American woman, a tribute to the vital role played by indigenous people in shaping the nation's history. The demand for these coins has not faded. If anything, it has grown stronger as collectors realize that the first-year issue holds a special place in the series. First-year coins often carry a prestige unmatched by later years, and that is certainly the case with the 2000 edition. Auction houses have repeatedly seen bidding wars break out over flawless or rare versions of this coin. What begins as a modest starting bid can quickly escalate as determined collectors compete to secure a piece of history. For some, the 2000 Sacagawea dollar is more than a collectible, it is a memory. Many people recall finding them in change when they were new, marveling at their color and design. For children and young collectors of that era, it was the coin that first sparked their passion for numismatics. Stories circulate of people who unknowingly held Cheerios dollars or error varieties for years before realizing their immense value. These tales of surprise discoveries only add to the coin's mystique. The coin's enduring popularity has ensured that it remains a centerpiece of U.S. modern numismatics. Whether in standard circulation strike or rare prototype form, the Sacagawea dollar continues to attract attention decades after its debut. Collectors often emphasize how important it is to protect and preserve coins like this. Keeping them in protective holders, avoiding fingerprints, and storing them carefully ensures that their brilliance is maintained for future generations. The golden glow of the 2000 Sacagawea dollar is instantly recognizable. Under light, the surface shimmers with warmth, and the details seem to come alive. From Sacagawea's braids to the feathers of the soaring eagle. As the years pass, the number of flawless examples naturally diminishes. Coins that survive in top condition grow rarer, and with rarity comes higher demand and higher value. This first-year Sacagawea coin also acts as a foundation for an entire generation of collectors. For many, it was the starting point of their numismatic journey, and that emotional connection ensures its place in collections worldwide. When compared with other modern U.S. coins, few have achieved the same level of fame and recognition as the Sacagawea 2000. Its story, its design, and its unique varieties all contribute to its legendary status. Numismatists love to remind new collectors that sometimes the greatest treasures are hiding in plain sight. A single Sacagawea dollar tucked away in a drawer or collection could turn out to be worth a fortune if it happens to be one of the rarest examples. This coin also represents progress in American coinage. It brought attention to Native American history, introduced a fresh design to modern money, and proved that coins could still capture the imagination of the public. Even today, the Sacagawea dollar of 2000 continues to be rediscovered, reevaluated, and admired. Its beauty and significance have stood the test of time, ensuring its place as a lasting collectible. And so, the United States of America Sacagawea Gold Dollar of the year 2000 remains a shining example of how history, artistry, and rarity come together in a single coin. In its finest and most perfect condition, this remarkable piece of modern numismatic history can reach the extraordinary value of $100,000. Top 4. The world of coin collecting is filled with treasures that carry history, beauty, and unexpected value, and among them stands one of the most iconic coins in American numismatics, the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar. This coin is more than just a piece of money, it is a symbol of legacy, remembrance, and collectible fascination. When the Kennedy half-dollar was first introduced in 1964, it was a direct tribute to President John F. Kennedy, whose assassination in 1963 shocked the world. The nation mourned, and the U.S. Mint responded with a coin that would forever preserve his memory in silver and copper. By the time we reached 1971, the Kennedy half-dollar had already undergone a major transformation. For the first few years, it contained silver, but beginning in 1971, the mint transitioned entirely to a copper-nickel-clad composition. This marked the beginning of a new chapter in the series. The obverse of the coin proudly features the portrait of John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. His profile, dignified and bold, continues to capture the spirit of hope and inspiration that Kennedy embodied. The sharp lines, the determined gaze, and the clear inscriptions make this obverse design unforgettable. On the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, the coin displays the presidential seal, with a heraldic eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, surrounded by a circle of stars. The design radiates power, authority, and patriotism, making it one of the most striking reverse images in modern coinage. The year 1971 is particularly fascinating for collectors because it marks the very first year of the clad Kennedy half-dollar. No longer struck in silver for circulation, this new version carried forward the design but introduced a different metallic makeup, making it unique in the series timeline. Collectors often note that transitional years in coinage history hold special appeal. The 1971 Kennedy half-dollar represents such a moment, bridging the silver-era half-dollars with the modern era of base metal coinage. Even though millions of these coins were minted, finding one in pristine condition is far rarer than people realize. Circulated examples may be common, but flawless mint-state coins can reach incredible levels of desirability and value. Grading plays a huge role in determining the worth of these coins. Factors like sharpness of strike, brilliance of luster, and absence of contact marks can make the difference between an ordinary coin and one that sparks a bidding war at auction. Proof versions of the 1971 half-dollar also exist, minted with extra care and polished dies to achieve mirror-like surfaces. These proofs, struck at the San Francisco Mint, are especially loved by collectors for their beauty and precision, but what truly excites collectors are the rare varieties and errors that sometimes emerge from the minting process. Double dies, off-center strikes, and transitional errors are among the most thrilling finds in the world of Kennedy half-dollars. One of the most famous and highly prized errors associated with this series is the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar struck on a leftover silver planchet. These rare mistakes are almost mythical in nature and fetch astronomical prices when discovered. The Kennedy half-dollar also carries immense sentimental value. Many families collected them as keepsakes, passing them down as reminders of a president whose life was cut short but whose memory continues to shine. The coin's large size also contributes to its popularity. Measuring 30.6 mm in diameter, it feels substantial in the hand, a piece of currency that commands attention. The design has remained largely unchanged for decades, giving collectors a sense of continuity and stability. The Kennedy half-dollar became not only a symbol of a president but also of American coinage tradition itself. As the years have passed, the 1971 issue has become a favorite among collectors who understand the importance of firsts. Being the first clad half-dollar, it holds a unique status, marking a turning point in U.S. mint history. Auction houses have seen record-breaking sales when high-grade or error examples of the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar come up for bidding. Collectors worldwide compete fiercely for the chance to own such a treasure. Even novice collectors are drawn to this coin, often starting their journey with Kennedy half-dollars because of their size, design, and availability. But as they learn more, they discover the hidden gems, those rare, high-value pieces that elevate the series. Stories of collectors stumbling upon rare 1971 half-dollars in pocket change or inherited collections continue to fuel excitement. Sometimes, a simple discovery can turn into a life-changing find. The coin also carries deep symbolic value. To hold a Kennedy half-dollar is to hold a piece of American history, a reminder of both triumph and tragedy, progress and loss. Many seasoned collectors describe the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar as a must-have piece, essential to understanding the broader story of American coinage in the late 20th century. The shift from silver to clad metal may have disappointed some at the time, but today it is seen as a defining moment that gives the 1971 coin its identity and significance. In pristine, untouched condition, the coin glows with luster, reflecting light across its broad surface. Every detail, from the hairline on Kennedy's portrait to the feathers of the eagle, becomes a point of admiration. The coin's enduring popularity ensures that demand will never fade. As long as collectors seek both history and beauty, the Kennedy half-dollar will remain at the center of American numismatics. For investors, coins like this also hold financial promise. Rare errors, superb mint-state examples, and proof editions continue to rise in value as time goes on. The story of the 1971 Kennedy half dollar is not just about currency but about legacy. It is about a president whose vision inspired millions, and a coin that keeps that vision alive. Collectors cherish this coin for both its tangible worth and its emotional connection. It is not just metal, it is memory, pride, and artistry combined in one. And so, the United States of America Kennedy half dollar from 1971 remains a golden chapter in the saga of modern coinage, treasured by collectors and admired by historians. In its finest and most flawless condition, this remarkable coin can achieve the astonishing value of $195,000. Top 5. The Kennedy half dollar is one of the most recognizable and beloved coins in American history, and the 1972 issue stands out as a fascinating piece that blends history, artistry, and collectible intrigue. This coin is more than just currency, it is a reminder of a legacy and a symbol of pride. When the Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964, it captured the grief and hope of a nation mourning the tragic loss of President John F. Kennedy. By the time we arrive at the 1972 edition, the coin had already established itself as a permanent part of American coinage. The obverse of the 1972 Kennedy half dollar continues to feature the bold and striking portrait of John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. The profile captures his determination, leadership, and vision for a better America. It is an image that remains timeless, decades after it was first created. On the reverse, Frank Gasparo's powerful design of the presidential seal dominates. The eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizes the strength and peace that define the American spirit. This design, with its circle of stars, is one of the most patriotic images in modern coinage. The 1972 Kennedy half dollar was struck entirely in copper-nickel clad composition, continuing the transition away from silver that had begun in 1971. This change made the coin more practical for circulation but also marked a new era in numismatics. Millions of these coins were minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with additional proof struck in San Francisco. Yet even though the mintage numbers were high, condition and rarity still play a critical role in determining their value today. Collectors know that not every coin survives in pristine shape. Many 1972 half dollars entered circulation, picking up scratches, wear, and tarnish. Finding one in superb, untouched condition is far more challenging than one might think. Grading services such as NGC and PCGS evaluate these coins under magnification, checking for luster, strike sharpness, and surface preservation. Only the most flawless examples achieve the highest grades, and these are the ones that capture the attention of serious collectors. The 1972 half dollar also has its share of fascinating varieties. In fact, 3 different reverse designs were produced that year, known as Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3. The differences are subtle but incredibly important to collectors. Type 2, with its sharper, clearer lettering, is much scarcer and therefore more valuable. These reverse varieties create a sense of treasure hunting. Collectors search carefully, looking for that one piece that sets itself apart from the rest. It is details like these that make numismatics such an exciting pursuit. Beyond varieties, error coins from 1972 are also highly prized. Off-center strikes, double dies, and wrong planchet errors occasionally appear, and when they do, they become instant highlights of any collection. Auction houses have seen spirited bidding wars for rare 1972 half dollars, especially those with unusual varieties or outstanding grades. The excitement in the room is electric when one of these treasures comes under the hammer. The size and heft of the Kennedy half dollar also add to its appeal. At over 30 millimeters in diameter, it is one of the largest circulating U.S. coins, and holding it gives collectors a sense of substance and importance. The coin's enduring design has also contributed to its popularity. Kennedy's portrait remains a reminder of inspiration and leadership, and the eagle on the reverse continues to symbolize the strength of the nation. By 1972, the Kennedy half dollar had already become a collector's favorite, with many families saving them from circulation as keepsakes. Generations passed them down as personal treasures, attaching memories and meaning to the coin. Proof versions from the San Francisco Mint are especially admired. Their mirror-like fields and frosted details give them a brilliance that ordinary circulation coins cannot match. For collectors, proof coins are miniature works of art, some collectors focus on assembling complete date runs of Kennedy half dollars, and the 1972 issue is always a vital piece of the puzzle. Its varieties and potential errors make it particularly intriguing. Stories abound of people discovering valuable 1972 half dollars in rolls of coins, in bank vaults, or even in old family collections. These discoveries remind us that treasures can still be hiding in plain sight. The coin also reflects the history of its time. In the early 1970s, America was undergoing immense social and political change, and the Kennedy half dollar served as a constant reminder of ideals that still inspired hope. Condition is everything when it comes to this coin's value. While circulated pieces may only be worth face value, uncirculated gems with full luster and no blemishes can command astonishing prices. The thrill of holding a flawless 1972 half dollar is hard to describe. Every detail, from Kennedy's hairline to the eagle's feathers, shines with precision when preserved in top grade. Collectors prize the coin not only for its beauty but for the story it carries. It represents continuity in American coinage, a legacy of one of the most admired presidents, and the artistry of the U.S. Mint. The three reverse types of 1972 continue to intrigue new generations of collectors. Identifying them requires a careful eye, and this challenge adds another layer of excitement to the hobby. Rare error coins from this year are almost like winning the lottery for collectors. Each one is unique, and the prices they command reflect their rarity and desirability. As time goes on, coins like the 1972 Kennedy half dollar become scarcer in pristine condition. Natural attrition ensures that fewer top-grade coins survive, pushing demand and value ever higher. For those who appreciate history, the coin is a reminder of a pivotal time in America. For those who love art, it is a small but powerful piece of sculpture. And for those who seek value, it is a potential treasure. The Kennedy half dollar of 1972 embodies the perfect combination of beauty, symbolism, and rarity, which is why it continues to be cherished by collectors worldwide. And so, the United States of America Kennedy half dollar from the year 1972 remains a masterpiece of numismatics, admired for its design, its varieties, and its significance. In its finest and most flawless condition, this iconic coin can reach the remarkable value of $190,000. Top 6. The Kennedy half dollar has always carried a sense of history and importance, but none capture the spirit of American pride quite like the special bicentennial edition minted with the dual date 1776 to 1976. This coin is more than just a piece of currency. It is a tribute to 200 years of freedom, a celebration struck in metal for generations to admire. When America celebrated its bicentennial in 1976, the entire nation was filled with patriotic energy. Parades, fireworks, and commemorations swept across the country, and the U.S. Mint joined the celebration by releasing a series of special coins. Among them, the Kennedy half dollar stood out as one of the most beloved. Unlike the regular Kennedy half dollars, the bicentennial edition featured a brand new reverse design. While the obverse still carried the classic portrait of John F. Kennedy, the reverse was redesigned to honor the 200th anniversary of independence. This special reverse was created by artist Seth G. Huntington, and it featured Independence Hall in Philadelphia, the very building where the Declaration of Independence was signed. It was an inspired choice, linking Kennedy's legacy of leadership to the very birthplace of American liberty. The words, 200 Years of Freedom, and the dual date, 1776 to 1976, are prominently displayed, making the coin a constant reminder of America's long journey. Collectors cherish this design because it represents both history and national pride in a single image. Millions of these bicentennial half dollars were struck for circulation, but special collector editions were also produced, including silver-clad versions and proof strikes. These higher-quality coins shimmer with detail and luster, making them stand out from their circulation counterparts. The bicentennial Kennedy half dollar is unique because it was minted for 2 years, in both 1975 and 1976, but every coin carries the dual date. No Kennedy half dollar dated 1975 exists, adding a fascinating detail to the series. Collectors often point to this fact as one of the reasons the bicentennial coin is so iconic. It represents a break from tradition and a once-in-a-lifetime celebration of America's 200th birthday. Condition, as always, plays a huge role in determining value. A circulated example might only be worth its face value. but pristine mint state and proof editions, especially rare varieties, can reach extraordinary levels of desirability. One of the most thrilling aspects of the bicentennial half-dollar is the discovery of minting errors. Wrong planchets, double strikes, or off-center examples add an extra layer of rarity and excitement to collecting these coins. Some of the most prized bicentennial halves are the silver-clad proof versions struck in San Francisco. With their mirror-like surfaces and frosted designs, they represent the very finest artistry of the U.S. Mint during the 1970s. Auction houses have seen collectors bid fiercely for high-grade or unusual varieties of the 1776 to 1976 half-dollar. The patriotic symbolism combined with rarity makes it one of the most sought-after modern commemoratives. Even casual collectors are drawn to this coin because of its unmistakable design. The image of Independence Hall carries an emotional weight that resonates with anyone who values history and freedom. The Kennedy portrait on the obverse adds another layer of meaning. It connects the legacy of a beloved president with the legacy of an entire nation, blending personal memory with national pride. Collectors who grew up during the bicentennial often recall the excitement of finding these coins in circulation. For many, it was their first introduction to the joy of coin collecting. Today, families still pass these coins down as keepsakes, attaching stories of celebrations, fireworks, and pride in America's history. The bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar has become more than just a collectible, it is a symbol of unity. Proof sets and mint sets containing the bicentennial half-dollar are also highly collectible. When preserved properly, they showcase the coin in its brightest, most pristine form. The size of the Kennedy half-dollar makes the bicentennial design particularly impressive. Independence Hall fills the wide surface with detail, making it one of the most visually striking U.S. coin reverses. Collectors often remark on the craftsmanship of Seth G. Huntington's design. Every window, line, and element of Independence Hall is carefully depicted, turning the coin into a miniature architectural masterpiece. As decades pass, fewer untouched bicentennial halves remain in perfect condition. Natural handling and circulation reduce the number of top-grade coins, which in turn raises their rarity and value. The emotional connection to these coins is also part of their charm. To many, they represent not only the bicentennial itself but also memories of family, community, and celebration. Error coins and rare silver-clad versions have brought incredible excitement to the numismatic community. When one of these rare pieces appears on the market, collectors know they are bidding on history itself. The bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar also reminds us that coins are not just about commerce, they are storytelling tools, capturing moments of national importance for generations to hold in their hands. Every time a collector examines the details of this coin, they are reminded of both Kennedy's legacy and the founding principles of America. It is a powerful blend of past and present. Some collectors specialize exclusively in bicentennial coinage, and the Kennedy half-dollar is always a centerpiece of such collections. Its beauty and symbolism make it impossible to overlook. The 1776 to 1976 half-dollar also stands as proof that modern coins can become legendary. Though millions were struck, rare varieties and high-grade examples ensure its place in the world of valuable numismatics. For both beginners and advanced collectors, the bicentennial half-dollar remains a coin of fascination, blending artistry, rarity, and national pride in equal measure. And so, the United States of America Kennedy half-dollar bearing the dual date 1776 to 1976 shines as one of the most meaningful issues in modern history, admired for its design, its symbolism, and its enduring place in American hearts. In the finest and most flawless condition, this bicentennial treasure can achieve the remarkable value of $175,000.